Hello, Madridistas. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever it is that you're watching from. It's a couple of days after the amazing Champions League final, the historic feat of winning our 15th Champions League. Congratulations, everyone. So we have a lot to talk about today. We're going to be we're going to run a play-by-play review of the Champions League final. That's number one. We're also going to be touching on the celebration at Cibeles, the fact that Jude is quite popular with his colleagues, children and nephews and sisters and family members basically, and the very funny scene of Jude asking Jose Mourinho for a picture because his mom likes him, that his mom likes to take a picture with Jose Mourinho. So that was a really beautiful moment. We are also going to be talking about Kylian Mbappe's arrival. I'm still like this regarding that. It's nice, but it could come with a lot of potential problems. So that's something that we'll review. We'll talk about Euro 2020 and Copa America and how these competitions will determine who wins the Ballon d'Or as a Real Madrid player. Because just so you know, we have 4 people from Real Madrid in contention since Kylian Mbappe is now officially a Real Madrid player. We have Jude, yeah. We have Vini, we have Toni Kroos, and now we have Kylian Mbappe. Okay, so let's start with the Champions League final itself. I'm going to give you my personal experience. I think I watched the game in the wrong place, right? I was expecting, because of the environment, I was expecting that I was going to beat a lot of Madridistas, but I was just one of the very few people there. So the vibe that I was looking for watching the Madridistas celebrating together and all that, I didn't get it. And it wasn't fun the first 45 minutes where we were unable to cut off Dortmund's passing lanes. Every chance they get in transition, they have about 5 to 6 people running at 3 or 4 players that are left behind. And if not for the absolute monster that Courtois is and the monster display he put up that day, we could have lost the game in the first half, and it would be difficult for us to come back from 3 goal down. That's as many clear chances as they had in the first 45 minutes. One particular thing that stood out for me is how Courtois stood his ground against Adeyemi, made himself big. It was just one-on-one, and I feel like if Adeyemi had remembered to just toe poked the ball, maybe he would have easily beaten Courtois. But Courtois made him go left and was not so aggressive, just pushed him wide. And by the time Adeyemi will recover his balance enough to like get his sight on goal and want to score, Cabal was there to block that off. Like it was crazy. And if you remember my preview video, I said that something like this would happen. That there's a reason why both of our captains and the coach were repeatedly emphasizing the fact that Dortmund is a strong team, that they wouldn't have been in the final if they are not strong enough. But Madridistas outside, the fans, we're like, nah, it's Dortmund, we're going to beat them 3-0, 4-0, 5, it's going to be a goal first and all of that. And I was like, did you guys watch any of their games leading up to the final? Did you see how they played PSG? And then they closed down Mbappe. He was barely able to do anything in both games, at home and away. Like, if you watch that game, you know that these guys, if they sit down, they sit back in a low block, it's going to be very difficult for us to do anything. Even if they were in a mid block, the only way I see us playing our game is if they came out to play an attacking game. And I also mentioned the fact that these guys, they play like us. They rely a lot on transition attack, which is they have Adeyemi and Sancho, very fast and skillful player. We have Vini and Rodrigo, very fast and skillful player. They have a big man up top, Fulcro, who could hold the ball for the others to join him. And a lot of fans refused to take that into account. And that was what happened in the first half. I would say we are lucky that we did not go a goal or 2 or even 3 goals down, because we could have, we easily could have. It was difficult for us. Kylian was playing at the tip of the front 3. Our presses were started by, Vini and Rodrigo, and they were not cohesive. These guys were able to pass around them easily. And by the time they pass around Rodrigo and Vini, they will have 2 against 1. They created 2 against 1 scenario on each flank against Ferland Mendy and against Carvajal. Thank God for their individual brilliance that day. Because we know Carvajal is 32, it's going to be 33 soon. Adeyemi is a younger player, faster than him. And they leveraged that a lot, which is why Adeyemi had a lot of chances. He just could not convert them. Ferland Mendy fared very well because he locked down Sancho, regardless of how often Ryerson was supporting Sancho. 2 against 1 situation, 1-on-1 situation. He made sure Sancho passed the ball back. And everything changed. It didn't change until the second half, when Ancelotti asked Jude to tuck in on the left-hand side, because we know Cruz cannot run. He's not a very physical player. So Jude tucking in next to Cruz helped us solidify the defense. They still created 1 clear-cut chance. The transition attack by Adeyemi, where he shot with his left leg, and Couture had to get down to parry it, and Fulcro could not hit the ball because it was at a difficult position, and Couture just scooped it up. He still created that chance. But other than that, we were better in the second half. We were able to press better. We were pressing with Jude and Valverde, who did better, which meant that Vini and Rodrigo had to tuck in and support the fullbacks on both sides. So that ensured that we cut off their passing lanes. Right? I don't want to get into too much of what we did wrong in the first half. There was also that pass that Rudiger basically expected Couture to come and scoop it up. But I had no idea that Adeyemi was onside and ran faster than. Anyway, there's also the Fulcro chance. Although if the ball had gone in, it would have been reviewed for offside. But like, you are Real Madrid, you should not take chances like that. And I want to say that our DNA and our history, especially in recent times, where we allow teams play whatever they want in the first half, and like, if you don't convert your chances, we're going to bury you in the second, played out in this game. And some of the players in the Dortmund team, I think that the occasion got to them. Chief example of that is Adeyemi and Ian Martin, because that was a silly mistake to make. You don't give Real Madrid chances like that, we'll bury you, right? If you don't take your chances, we'll take ours, and you'll be out of the competition. And that's basically what happened. Second half, we were better. I liked the fact that Carlo, we were 1-0, the game was still in a stalemate, and he did not bow to pressure to change anybody. Like, we've not considered, we've not scored as well. And the most unlikely of persons, scored our first goal, Carvajal, the shortest man on the pitch, from a corner kick. Anyway, that's a routine, and you should know that he has scored something similar like that this season. Even Vasquez as well, but maybe Vasquez was not very close to the near post. It was running from the far post into the middle to hit the ball on the fly. I think it was against Alaves or something, where we won the game. Yes, we were 1 man down and won the game 1-0 in La Liga this season, or last season anyway, because the season has officially ended. Yeah, So great goal by Real Madrid, and you should see Cruz's celebration. He was just walking away, and I like the gesture of Cruz putting an hypothetical crown on his head to like, we're going to miss you, Cruz. That was his final official game for Real Madrid. Last time we were in the famous white, and then we just got better after the first goal. Like, we started running at them, and I need to specifically mention that Courtois, Carvajal, Valverde, and Camavinga had an exceptional game, with Mendy as well. Had an exceptional game. They barely put a foot wrong. In the first half, when we were under the barrage of attack from Dortmund, those were the guys that showed composure. And Toni Kroos, to some extent, showed composure, because Toni Kroos uncharacteristically lost some balls. He could not complete his passes, but anyway, at the end of the day, we won, we celebrated. This is like the fourth time in a row, or is it fourth or fifth? Yeah, the fifth time in a row that a Real Madrid player would have won the Champions League in their home country. 2014, Ronaldo won in Lisbon. 2016, where did we play that? Then 2017, Cardiff, that was Bale. 2018, who won in 2018? I've forgotten. Then 2022 was where? Was in Paris. Yeah, we had a couple of French players. Camavinga won in his home state. And then 2024, Jude is winning in London. Yeah, so next year is in Munich, and we have a German player in our team, in Toni Rudiger, famously known as El Loco in Spain. Amazing character. Like, I just enjoy watching his videos of him messing around. Like, he must be one hell of a father to his kids. Like, he's a complete joke. I like that. Yeah, so the celebration at Madridistas was really amazing. Over 500,000 people, about 600,000 people came out to celebrate with the team. Like, they would have locked down Real Madrid in Spain. That's amazing. Hopefully someday I get to do that with the team as well. Like, it's really amazing. And yeah, I saw there's a lot of videos of Jude playing with it. Like, it's like they all like him. And I'm not surprised anyway. He's a very likable guy, and he's quite young, so you could relate with those guys. I saw him carrying Carvajal's kids, carrying Nacho's kids. I saw him taking pictures with Camavinga's sister. I saw Camavinga's brother is a menace. Saw him play with Camavinga's brother. I saw him also playing with Pinto, the fitness coach's daughter, while he was being interviewed by Alexandre Del Piero. So it was just amazing. Like, you could tell that the camaraderie within the team is really high. Everybody is working for everybody, which now brings me to, and also before I get to what that brings me to, it was really nice to see Jude run up the pitch to go and meet Jose Mourinho and say, hey boss, is it possible for my mom to take a picture with you? She really likes you. And I was like, he looked so shy when he was asking that question. Jose was just smiling. And just to mention that Jose Mourinho is now the new coach of Fenerbahce. We are all going to support Fenerbahce in Turkey, right? Because that man, everywhere he goes, we go him. Like, he's the only coach that has that kind of cult following. So maybe we should get a Fenerbahce jersey just to show allegiance. Yes, so like I said, all of that camaraderie within the dressing room is going to be under a lot of pressure due to the arrival of Kylian Mbappe. It was announced on Monday. Yes, it was announced on Monday in the evening, my time anyway. And yeah, he uploaded, like, it was, I'm sure that his PR team, they did a really good job. He got each and every one of us. I won't lie, he got me too, even though I was angry with him 2 years ago, right? He made his announcement by posting the picture of when he was like 13 or 14 years old, and he was in Real Madrid when he first came to Real Madrid to meet Zidane, and he took that famous picture with Ronaldo to basically show that, yes, I might have not have come when I was supposed to come, but I've always been a Real Madrid fan, and he's trying to remind us that we were very, very sentimental. It got to us. It got to us. I won't lie. Even the hardcore Mbappe hater, I had to say that, okay, that was well worked out. And then his first interview as a Real Madrid player that I did last night, he said, he made the phrase, "I come with the utmost humility." He's saying the right things, but we all know Mbappe. We know his presence, his aura is me. But I also want to believe that because of the new environment where he's going to find himself, he's going to have to adapt. He's not coming to save us like he would have if he had come 2 years ago. He's coming to a team that is winning. The only trophy we did not win this season is Copa del Rey, and that's harder to win for Real Madrid than any other thing. Because one team in Division 3 or Division 4 will always make us suffer unnecessarily, although it was Atletico Madrid this season. Yeah, so it could be good, but we also have to look at, that's one of the pros. Like Mbappe is coming with short goals. A lot of our players could not crack more than 24 goals, right? More than 20 goals on average. Vinicius did 24, Bellingham did 23. Mbappe is coming with 40 goals guaranteed. That's just it. We know he's very likely going to win the highest goal scorer trophy award next year. And if that happens, he might likely win Ballon d'Or next year as well. That's after Vini or Jude has won it this year, because those are the two front runners. Vini slightly ahead. Yeah, but that also means that we have a problem that can be seen from two sides, a good and a bad problem. A good problem because we have a starting 11 that can beat any team, and a second B team that can also beat any team. And we will play in two ways. Knowing Carlo Ancelotti, or pretending to know Carlo Ancelotti, he could start preseason with 3 forwards, which means that very likely Camavinga, who is supposed to benefit from Cruz's departure, is going to be coming on from the bench, which pushes Jude back to his original position of 8, right? Which means Jude is going to score less goals and be more of a provider. We know he's very good at that, right? And he's very physical. So what it is that we lacked in physicality when Cruz was playing there, we're going to get it, but we're also going to lose the way Cruz is able to distribute the ball with just one touch, right? Because there's nobody apart from maybe Valverde and Camavinga that can do that, right? So Camavinga is supposed to be the best person to play that position, right? But now, so I'm running through the possible 4-4-3 position. We have Vini on the left, Mbappe in the middle, Rodrigo on the right. Everybody stays happy because we need to keep those 3 people happy up front. Jude comes back and plays in the 3-man midfield with Tchouaméni and Valverde, because we know Valverde is not going anywhere. It's basically one of our captains from next season. And then the back 4, Rudiger, Militao, Rudiger, Alaba, Rudiger, Nacho if he stays. We have Cavaha, and we have Felamendi, with every other person being supported. And Valero is coming back. Marin is coming back from Alaves as well. I would prefer to keep Marin as well, actually. Maybe not sign Euro. Maybe not. So that's one way we'll play. But we are going to, when we are playing against a team that is at our level, or possibly even better, we don't have any team like that right now on paper. We are going to lose something in the middle, because we know all 3 are very terrible at tracking back. Maybe Rodrigo is the best at tracking back, right? To like talking to the right half space and make it a 4-man midfield when we are off the ball, and then back to 4-3-3 when we are on the ball. But how often is he going to be able to do that, right? So we could play that way, which means that we keep Rodrigo happy. We could possibly play in the 4-4-2, which is slightly better. That's how we've played this season. Sorry, I don't know why Bale is coming to my head. Jude maintains his position behind the 2 strikers, and Camavinga is starting, which means that he can always cover for us. We know he's very good on that left center midfield. Tchouaméni plays as the DM, and Valverde plays as the RCM, as right central midfielder, and there's balance. And then Jude as well. So when we're off the ball and we're under a lot of pressure, Jude can just tuck in, and we have four very physical monsters in our midfield, and then two of the fastest players alive up in front. As conservative as I can be in my in my formation, I'll play with the 4-4-2 and run the risk of making Rodrigo unhappy. But there are a lot of games. Just don't forget that Club World Cup has expanded to become a tournament. Thank God it's going to be played during the preseason, so we are good on that front. The Champions League has been expanded as well. Like, we are adding more teams starting from this season. Is this season or next? I think this season, yeah, 2024-2025. Yes. And then we're going to play Cup World Cup. We have Copa del Rey. So there are a lot of games. But a player of Rodrigo's stature, he knows he should be playing in the big games. Because when the chips are down, who do you trust to give you results? And it's very likely Rodrigo will not be among those people, right? So very likely we have Rodrigo for one additional year, and by any serious injury and all of that, we could see him play some games. But it's very likely that one of our beloved players and characters in the dressing room is going to be leaving. Because don't forget, Hendrik is coming, Ozeli is staying, because no other person has this kind of profile. I just like that for him. Like, even if he doesn't play anything, just be winning trophies. Yes, tried. Anyway, moving forward, I'm going to focus on Euro 2020, which is starting on the 14th of June. Interesting date. And then Copa America will be starting on the 21st of June as well. I'm mostly going to focus on each and every national team that has a Real Madrid player. I will try and ensure I watch each and every game so I can report on the progress, and we can basically talk about what we should expect post tournament and ahead of the new season. Yeah, and that would also affect how the end result of each tournament affects Ballon d'Or rankings. If England wins, Jude basically goes above Vini. That's if Brazil does not win. Let's not forget that Brazil is basically just rebuilding, and Vini is the focal point, is the new leader of this team. It's his team now. Neymar is not available, so it is Vini's team now. He needs to come good in this tournament. The favorite still remains Argentina, followed by Uruguay, and Brazil, because of history, maybe. And there's also Chile that is quite difficult. So, and those games are going to be played in the middle of the night, so it's going to affect my sleep schedule. But because Real Madrid players, we're going to ensure we watch each game with a Real Madrid player and then get some sleep when they are not playing. Just also mention that Casemiro and Thiago were not included in the team because of their terrible form in their club. That, no surprise there. But the games that I've seen Brazil play against England, against Spain, I like their fighting spirit. I like the physicality in the middle. Although there's not much creativity because, yeah, but this is a very young team that are ready to fight, and I like that. So I'm looking forward to them winning Copa America. I really want, as much as I don't fancy the English team because of how important Jude is now. I think I'm changing because I basically supported Italy in the last Euro tournaments, and I wanted Italy to win. But right now we have Jude there, and we want Jude to do really, really well. So my pick is England, Portugal, Germany, because of Toni Kroos, and then France. So that's in order I'm going to be supporting them. In the Copa America, Brazil, Uruguay, and that's it. I don't care about any other team. Anyway, the video is slightly longer than I expected it to be, and thank you for always watching. I just post it and I don't even come back till a couple of days, and I come back and I say, oh, this number of people have seen the video, so nice. And for those that are being consistent with liking, for those that have been putting in comments here or there, really appreciate it. Do not forget to like and subscribe till we meet again. Hala Madrid.